I'm about to enter the world of transit. It's like everything's on hold when you're in transit. Sure, you get to another airport, there's Wi-Fi, you can connect to people, but still, you have to kind of put everything on hold. Yeah, you can do a little bit of work on the plane, but it's not the same. You're very definitely in between leaving and arriving. And in that space, anything can happen. And that's what makes it so magical. That is what makes it rife with opportunity. I find when I'm traveling that I have to be alert. You look around a strange airport, got to try and find the directions to where you're going, all this kind of stuff. It's a great opportunity to really practice awareness. I find challenging situations a good place to practice maintaining my awareness at every moment. It's like if you kind of blank out, if you become mindless, you can make a wrong turn, you can have problems, and it's easy to get panicked. And when you get panicked, everything goes haywire. So my practice during this bardo of the transit lounges, my bardo of flying in between, will be constant awareness. The fact that it's bounded by a beginning and an end makes it almost like a retreat. Okay, not like a retreat at all, but it gives you a boundary within which you can practice. A boundary within which you can say, for this period of time, I am going to remain aware at every single moment. So that's the plan that I make for the time that I'm in transit. I have 2 hours on the train before I get to Sydney Airport, so I think I might just do some meditation. I find travelling quite good for meditation practice. You have nothing else to do, really. Especially when you're going for a big trip like this and you've tidied everything up, finished work, made it so there's nothing urgent that you have to do. And so you're just travelling. You're in that space between leaving and arriving. It's a very good time to meditate. I can get quite a lot of practice done. But the transit bardo. It's 6 a.m. in the morning. I imagine it might be a little bit more busy by the time I fly out at 1 o'clock. So the second leg of the journey is well underway. We left an hour and a half late, so I'm going to be an hour and a half late arriving in London. These kind of things happen, and of course it tends to make things go through your mind like, oh God, I have to do this and I have to do that, and it'll be getting dark and this sort of thing. Anxiety can start coming up, but you just have to let them pass, let them go, acknowledge them, and let it go. Small process of letting go. There's no point worrying about the future. The only thing we've got any control over is now. And right now, I'm in a toilet in a silver bullet in the middle of the sky. I'm going to go back and watch a movie. If I'm looking a little worn, it's because I just asked one of the hostesses how long before we land, and she said 5 more hours. I tell you what, this little silver bullet is getting really a little bit stale and a little bit small, and I am really over it. I can feel my aversion rising, like little creepy crawlies. God, it would stay crazy. It's okay. Yep. Let it come. Let it go. The joys of I want to bend. Heathrow at last. I just have to find my way out now. King's Cross Station. Took a while to get here. Yep. I had to go and get a rail pass for a week, and I had to get a passport photo. Before that I had one, but it wasn't printed right, so I had to go and do it all again in a photo booth at King's Cross Station at 10 o'clock at night, and then the ticket office had closed by the time I got the correct kind of passport photo. I had to go to another little booth, which was really hard to find. Got to Golders Green, a complete, like, no signposts. I couldn't work out where I was. Once I got to the actual street, I couldn't find the house, and then when I did find the house, it was like there were 3 buttons and 2 doors, and you know, it was all fine in the daylight, but you know, this is I got here at 11:30 last night, and so by the time I got here, I think I was probably traveling for 40 hours. You know, if you could be more actually. Yeah, by at least 40 hours by the time, you know, if you include from when I left home to when I actually arrived here. And oh boy, a shower is brilliant, followed by a really nice bed. So yeah, I'm glad I didn't go for a hostel on my first night in London. I'll show you what you can see from outside my window, because it really looks like it looks just like I expected London to look. So I slept well last night. I don't feel too jet lagged, but there's just this sort of weird sense of dislocation, which actually is it's quite good, you know, because everything gets this dreamlike quality. So you sort of look around and it's like, okay, you're somewhere completely different. You're on the other side of the world. I mean, like right on the other side of the world. And it seems like a dream. You know, in actual fact, we are in a dream of a sort the whole time. We just don't realise it. And when we go somewhere else, we feel that dreamlike quality much more easily. So I'm very aware of the dream, and that's great. So the bardo of transit is complete, and I'm about to start my tour of London and parts of Europe. Great.